Yay! I'm early by a second. Hooray. I think it's because Stafford came in and wanted to make sure that I was going to be on time. So he was giving me a pep up, like, come on, you can start rubbing my fur and let's get this party going. Get that show on the road. So as you're joining, I hope you will begin to share with me, please, what you're drinking tonight. So tonight for Wind Down Wednesday, I have my water, just a little left. So cheers. And then I have the can I did a while back. I had gotten it at Meijer, and I know that's not everywhere, but I bet you can get the little cans everywhere. And it's Prophecy. And I thought that this was something, it has a rather better kick to it. So like if you're looking for drinks, what I like about this is if you have something like this, especially at Thanksgiving time, you can already get it if you're having a family event and feel like you have options. So you're not opening up a huge bottle that no one else is going to like. That way everybody also has their drink, but it's still the same type of enjoyment of alcohol content. Like if they want to just have a glass of wine instead of feeling like, well, I have a box, nothing wrong with the box, but the can is kind of fun. I did not shake it up. I don't know if that makes a difference. And I have actually never tried this one, so I'm going to let you know. But I do like the wine Prophecy typically. And I'm going to put that can, I'll just put the can over here too. So let me know what you're drinking as you're joining, please. And also if you wouldn't mind, I don't know where your comments are supposed to come up over here. And if you would also please let me know, where are you joining from? It doesn't matter which platform, just let me know what area are you logging in from. So let me know what you're drinking. Let me know that what you're drinking and where you're from. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Judy and Kindness. Hi, Suzanne. Hooray. Thank you, you lovely ladies. Thank you for sharing with me your insight. When I ask different questions, I am sincerely wondering, and gosh, you do such a great job of just letting me know. Your opinion really, truly does matter, and I truly take it to heart, just so you do know. Just an FYI for everybody that Saturday, the vision board workshops, both of those are filled. And because of the timing on the one, I will not be able to do a live on Instagram on the pick a card. So if we have time tonight and you're around, we can absolutely do a pick a card, because we're not going to be able to do that on Saturday. So I'm glad you're here. So I want to say hi real fast. Hi, Laura. Hi, Tara. Drinking some H2O. Yes. And you're on Facebook, and you're from somewhere in Canada, but I don't know where. Hi, Amy is having Moscato water, Cincinnati. Suzanne, yay, Cincinnati. Woohoo. Love Texas. Yes. Hi, Trish from Texas. Just water. That's perfect. Perfect. We get special water just because I love Mountain Valley spring water. It is absolutely my favorite in the whole wide world. And so that's what I was just drinking. So hi, Carrie, Bend, Oregon. Love it. Yes. I don't know if you knew that my daughter was living right around the corner from you. So now she's in California at the moment, but yeah. Yay. I am too. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. She said, super excited that your class is full. Tara Brooks, Alberta, Canada. Thank you. So I want to thank you, everyone. And I want, no matter what, please don't make fun of the spots on my wine glass, but it is pretty fun. And I want you to raise your glass and clink with us, girlfriend to girlfriend. We are just hanging out. We are going to have fun. We're going to talk. We're going to raise the vibration no matter what you're experiencing. Maybe you got a headache. Maybe you're just feeling like, ooh, this Mercury going direct has made me a little woo. And we got Mars still retrograde. So it's a ride. It's a roller coaster ride. So hi, Ella. Chink, chink, chink. Raise your drink. Chink, chink, chink. Yay. Megan's about to make a cup of tea or cocoa. She hasn't decided yet. I'm all about the cocoa. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're having an event. Get those little cans. I don't know which would be cost per thing, which makes more sense. Anyway, Thank you for joining. I want to make sure that you understand about Mercury going direct. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because of communication. We know it impacts transportation. That's neither here nor there, honestly, because it's at this point, I feel like you already have you've got your system in place of how you get to work, how you stay on time, what to do during traffic jams, yada, yada. Communication is that issue. And what I feel in particular is the conversation that you're having with yourself is what matters most. That communication is really what I want to hit upon, because if you're a goddess of action, you are typically cheering yourself on. I can do it. I can do this. However, you are also the best at beating yourself up. Oh, that was stupid. I can't believe I did that. That was dumb. And it takes you a moment to regain your step. The thing about when we are in Mercury retrograde, you just revisited some of your previous errors, thinking, I'm going to learn from that. But when you go back like that, you're not focusing forward. You're not focusing on how to really capitalize on your gifts, on your strengths. The other thing, as a goddess of action, you frequently can be curt, kind of blunt. Time is money. Let's just move on. So it's a little hard because when we were in Mercury retrograde, you were a little less patient. And so you might have offended some people. So now that Mercury's gone direct, just pay attention if you've hurt someone's feelings. It was not intentional at all, but it might be an opportunity for you to say, I'm sorry if I was short about that. I really didn't mean to. I was just, focused on the end result. I'm really sorry. And you can easily smooth that over. It's just have a little heads up and use this time as we go direct, to make sure that you're not steamrolling right over someone. If you're a goddess of order, Mercury retrograde took you down a dark path, and it just does. It takes you down that path where you overthink of every time you were with someone, every mistake that you made, every time you misspoke, every time you somehow feel like it's your fault for causing an argument. And so you replay things. The goddess of order truly does remember every little detail. So you have all this conversation going on, which is a problem, because now I feel like you're not moving forward. You're beating yourself up for the past. Use Mercury direct to say, you know what, that's in the past, and I'm going to forgive myself and I'm going to move on. If you will allow yourself grace, give yourself the gift of grace and forgiveness, and that way you can move forward. If you wouldn't mind adding some positive affirmations, that would be awesome. Goddess of order, add that, please. If you're not really sure which goddess you are, you can find my quiz on my website. You will go to Goddessology under, I think it's programs or something like that. But and it's also on the first page. And just click and take the quiz on Goddessology. And it's identifying which goddess personality you are. If you're a goddess of optimism, what you're finding when we do Mercury retrograde, you communicate with past loves. I don't know why you open that door back up, because you're thinking, well, I just want them to like me. I don't want them to stay mad. I want things to have parted on a good note. Even if you don't call them, it opened up in your heart and you revisited. And because you're so optimistic, you remember all those good things about that relationship. Even if it's not a past love, it's just a past friendship, a past relationship. You want everything to be smoothed over. And so you're revisiting that thinking, should I have done something different? Or can I just engage with this person to make it all better? So as we now are going direct, goddess of optimism, if you would please put the focus back on you just for a little bit. Just sing your own praises. Celebrate you. Don't tell anybody else, but I do want you to tell you. Every time you're brushing your teeth, every time you're fixing your hair, anytime you walk by a mirror, I want you to say something nice about you. I want you to compliment you. And goddess of peace, when we were going through Mercury retrograde, you were so busy keeping the peace for everybody. You were being that grounding tool. And as you were being that grounding, you also felt like, I should have spoken up there. I should have done this. You're not as bad as the goddess of order, but because you're helping keep the peace as a natural introvert, it's a little bit taxing. So as Mercury goes direct, use this time. You don't have to say what you really want to say, but you do need to speak out and be able to speak out for yourself. You matter. You really do. And people will kind of take you for granted. So if you don't tell them, they're not going to read your mind. So if you wouldn't mind, use Mercury direct to have the courage and the confidence to speak out and make your heart's desires known. So I'm going to see if anybody has any questions on goddess personalities and using Mercury going direct. And then we're going to talk about some angels. So yay, 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 yay. Let me scroll back just a little bit. Woohoo. Yum. Here I was showing Amy's having a Moscato, Suzanne, margarita with dinner in Cincinnati. Yum. Journey and Kindness is having water. Where were you? Just water. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hi, there's Ella. Hi, Ellie. Yay! Aw, thank you, sweetheart. Sending you lots of loves and hugs. Sending angels to you. Yay! God bless you too, sweetie. You know what's so great is that angels are absolutely active. I don't know if you could feel it this morning in the reading, but boy, were they present? I wonder if you could feel it. I hope so. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Heather just finished a workout, so she's drinking Gatorade. Have you ever tried Powerade or Body Armor? I was just wondering what you thought of those. Heather, just let me know what you're thinking. Hi, Maura. Let's see. Okay, so Suzanne says, card number 3 from today's reading. Oh, yeah. Love Texas? Oh, yeah. Goddess of Order. I love it. I love it. And as a goddess of order, you know what happens? Sometimes you're checking off that list, but man, you don't forget, do you? You're, as that perfectionist, you really can overanalyze every conversation, and baby, that can be exhausting. So sometimes you get stuck in that loop of, oh, I should have said that. Do you remember that time? Oh my gosh, you're right. And then I did this. And you keep replaying it over and over and over. And it's a very familiar tape. So it's very comfortable to revisit that. And at this point, it's become a habit. So when we are now in direct, and whenever Mercury goes direct, it's a great time to absolutely do a smudge. If you wouldn't mind doing some sort of, if you could go get a pedicure, it'd be perfect. You could do one at your own home, soak your feet, even better, take a bubble bath and just detox, treat yourself. Goddess of Order. Now, all the goddesses, of course, we always want to treat ourselves, but let me tell you, Goddess of Order, when you spoil yourself, it is reviving more than any of the other goddesses. So if you would plan this weekend, it'd be awesome. Plan this weekend to treat yourself. Next weekend, we have the new moon, so we'll be doing something else next week. But for this weekend, boy, it'd be great if you would do that. So any Goddess of Order, please, any of the goddesses really, but Goddess of Order, write out what you want. Do I want candles? What kind? Do I want to get some crystals put around my bath? Do I want to put any crystals in my bath? Let's make sure that they can handle the water. Do I want a bath bomb or something along those lines? What do I want to drink? What kind of candles? Do I want aromatherapy in my candle and in my bath? So the more you plan that out, it's something to look forward to. Don't be spontaneous. Plan it so that you can truly, truly make the most of it and enjoy it. So Claudia, nice. Claudia has said, oops, sorry, hang on, I'll get back. Claudia says, Goddess of Peace sounds just like me. Yep, you are totally keeping the peace. And you know, the other thing about Claudia, the other thing about that Goddess of Peace is you frequently are an empath. And when you're an empath, what happens is you're taking on all of this energy. You are feeling embarrassed for someone else and what they said. It was their miscommunication. And yet you're feeling badly about it. You're feeling badly for the person that misspoke. you're feeling badly for the person that heard it. So if there was a way for you to really release it, it would be great if you would use a Palo Santo and just smudge. You can use a sage stick to smudge. Even before I did, because growing up, grandma didn't really like the smell of sage so much. And we would actually just take a candle, light the candle, and carry that through the house, and even just use it would be a candle in a jar and just use it. But it was interesting when you notice that black smoke, and it would just be like, fine, fine, fine. And then all of a sudden you would get to a pocket where there was a lot of frustration or some disagreements would happen in that pocket. You would see the smoke billow right at that space. So you could even use it doesn't matter what color candle, just get a candle. If you have a white candle, you're incorporating color therapy. And so if you've got an orange one for right now because of the fall, if you've got a pink one, depending on where you are and you're ready to celebrate spring equinox, then if you had a pink candle, you're bringing in the love and the spring energy, that new growth. You could always use a pink candle, though. It's always love, no matter what time of the season. So, but spoil you. Be sure you are cleansing that energy. You don't want to be walking around with that icky energy. That's not yours. So Heather says you have not tried them, but you do like the blue or purple Gatorade. I totally get that. How about the rest of you? Do you know which goddess personality you are? If you do, would you please place it in the comments so that I can see? And thank you. It's really fun getting to showcase your comments and share with everyone, because it's like we get to go live with each other. I am sure there's a way that I'm going to be able to bring you on live, hopefully soon. I'm just not sure how to do that yet. If you start having questions about things that are going on, especially with you feeling, maybe you are feeling part of the energetic shift. We are going from Mercury going direct, and then next week on the 13th, we have Mars going direct. And so we're in that post-shadow period, meaning it's still, it's gone direct, but it still has that weight. It still has some of the pull. And as Mars goes direct, it's still going to have that pull. Here's the thing. Have you ever seen a horse that is placed in that starting gate? And you know how they're antsy, right? They're ready to go. They're ready. Well, Mars is that I got to go. I'm action. I got to make it happen. And it's an Aries, which is assertive. I want to be aggressive. I want to take that chance. I want to take that action. So you've got double the desire to go forward, and you're held back because of retrograde. So you're feeling antsy at this moment. If you're not, you're probably really heavily around doing a great job meditating. You're doing a great job with your crystals. Today, I actually have a citrine that I have for I don't know where to place it so it doesn't for sure fall, but it's citrine, and she likes being a part of the conversation. She's raising the vibration. Even though you're sitting over there, you are still feeling her vibration coming through the airwaves. Many of you have been present when we've done energy exchange. We've done energy balls, and we've placed the ball into each other's hands over the camera, and you feel the energetic shift. Just like you're able to hear radio waves through this, you're able to hear my voice through this, you're getting the light through this. Well, you're also receiving this amazing citrine that's coming through and giving that extra oomph, that energetic boost, that angel communication that is coming. So if you start to get some insight, maybe you even get a vision of a color, maybe you get an idea that suddenly pops in your head. Maybe you're looking for clarification about something. So all of those things can happen. If you're getting some divine inspiration that would actually accompany this, what I hear is write it down and then ask your angels tonight before you go to sleep, because I really feel like angels are going to continue talking with you, especially when they give you a little golden nugget, especially if we've covered something here tonight. So I want to see your goddesses. Yay, 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 yay. Hi, Lauren, goddess of order. Oh, yeah. Lauren is like, yeah, goddess of order. That goddess of order likes to make those charts. She's a perfectionist. She's actually always early. She doesn't like being on time. She feels like that's late. So she likes to be early. She likes a certain things. And oftentimes can be a little black and white, which I totally understand. Hi, Margaret. Hi, beautiful. Suzanne, goddess of order. Yay, Amy, goddess of action. Hi, Elizabeth, goddess of order here. Tara, goddess of order with a little bit of peace. Tara, thank you for sharing that. That is so true. When you take the quiz, what you find out is I'm kind of two of these. Frequently, you have two really major ones, a little bit in the other one, and just a smidgen in the other. Here's the thing. When you manifest, you're going to incorporate all four goddess personalities. And then that fifth element that helps the manifestation actually come true is your intuition. It's the muse. Your muse is your sixth sense, is your intuition. So the more you start to understand how each of these goddess personalities communicate, what they do, it really helps you with your communication. I'm going to pause a moment just so in case you want to take notes. Here's the thing about communication. We all have our own style of talking. I'm sure you've noticed this by now. So if you're a goddess of order, you really do enjoy getting just the notes. What do I need to know? Give me the details behind it. Give me the science behind it. Why does this matter to me? If you're a goddess of action, all she cares about is, I just want to know what has to happen. Tell me in as few words as possible. Time is money. Let's go. Because she's ready to make it happen. If you are the goddess of optimism, she loves the embellishment. Tell me more. I want to hear all about it. And if you can be a little animated, she's going to love it even more and you're going to hold her attention. The goddess of peace really doesn't mind. Whatever. Just appreciates being there, just enjoys, really is laid back. If you want to talk a lot, that's okay. If you don't, that's okay too. And with goddess of peace, even though she's pretty laid back, if you go on, she'll just tune you out, but you'll never know. So knowing that goddess personality, that of the person you're communicating with, really is a help because you know, okay, I'm a goddess of optimism, which means I'm really chatty, which means that goddess of order is going to get frustrated if I don't have some sort of agenda. I don't give her, I'm going to talk about this, this, and this. If I don't automatically jump to the point, and she's going to get frustrated if I don't give her some sort of like thing to hang on to. What is it that gives that statement weight? So do you see how suddenly communication goes better? And it benefits you because you now have a great conversation. You get accomplished what you want, which was this outcome. I want to make sure that I'm speaking in a way that you're able to understand it and apply it, and everyone walks away happier. That's why it's so cool to work with these different personalities. And I'll tell you, it's not me. It's not mine. Hippocrates started this whole thing. He is the father of the personality types, and everybody else is based off that. Hippocrates thought that we were a different personality depending on our bodily fluids. He figured some people listened to him and other people didn't, and there were varying degrees. So his research then was taken to the next level about our behavior types, and that was by Galen. Isn't it kind of cool how all of this then you look at now we have Myers-Briggs, you have the Enneagram, you have all the different personality types that are like, maybe your air, earth, mountain, water. Yeah. Anyway, personalities. So yes, you can have two major personalities that you see. I am totally a goddess of order. I am totally a goddess of action. You might also see that you have a little bit of one that's like kind of a surprise because I feel like I'm not usually that way, but I am that way. That's oftentimes a mask because we grew up around it. So it's very comfortable. We understand it and we know how to be that role. Sometimes you have to have a mask because of your job. It just makes sense. I'm going to have to be organized if I'm going to have a job that I'm an accountant. I need to be able to answer to my boss. So yes, you can have two predominant goddess personality types, and then you'll see that you have a little bit of another one, and then you have to incorporate some of that fourth. Here's the thing. The goddess of action and the goddess of order are task-oriented. So oftentimes you can see where it's easy to have those two. The goddess of peace and the goddess of order are both introverts. So you can see where that's a natural tendency as well. The goddess of peace, as an introvert, is also people-oriented, so she fits very well and blends nicely with the goddess of optimism. So oftentimes you'll see those grouped. And the goddess of optimism has that encouragement and is that people person, is ready to go and is outgoing, that extrovert, just like the goddess of action. So that's why those two pair very well. So you can see where your personality could easily pair up with another one. So thank you for bringing that up. Amy says, I've got a touch of optimism in there. Absolutely. Amy, I honestly don't feel you are a goddess of order. Knowing you, I feel like you are truly the goddess of action. I do not feel you're goddess of order. I feel like you have some order tendencies. That's why you do your job really well, as you should, you know. But I feel like you like to get things done. You say you're going to do it and you do it. You're going to cross it off and you don't have just one way. A goddess of order frequently will feel like there's only one way of doing it and it's kind of black and white. Whereas the goddess of action is like, I'm going to wing it. I don't care. And she's very spontaneous. And that's a really good way of knowing there's no right or wrong. All the goddesses are amazing. How could you not have an amazing goddess? Come on. So no, I definitely see a lot of optimism in you, Amy, actually a lot of optimism. Laura, good question there. Can I be both? Yes, absolutely. And it would be a little difficult to be a goddess of order and a goddess of optimism because those are two extreme opposites. You have an introvert and an extrovert. You have one that once is very, very organized, and you have one that is very not organized. Now, you can have some elements. You could be a goddess of optimism and have some of those goddess of order tendencies because maybe your mom was a goddess of order and you learned how to file, you learned how to make a list, how to work that list. So you learn things and you apply those things. But, or maybe you've learned how to structure your closet, those kind of things. So yes, you can be both, but it's so fascinating when you really start looking at, oh my gosh, that's me. Oh, I see how I do that. And it makes it fun, especially breaking it down. If you know there's a goddess of action, a goddess of order, a goddess of optimism, and a goddess of peace, you can have fun with this. You can then be looking and dealing with another friend or another coworker, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that person at checkout, she's a goddess of peace. Ain't nothing going to make her move fast. She's going to take her sweet time. And you know what? I'm going to join her. I am going to just breathe through this and enjoy this as well. So, oh, Suzanne, you're fine. Suzanne keeps taking the quiz, and she says, and it's always goddess of order. Suzanne, I feel like, I honestly feel like the goddess of order with you is, I do feel like you have those tendencies, but I feel like more that has been a learned response. But if you feel like it's, Suzanne, I'm going to tell you, I feel like you have been extremely patient with me getting you that journal, and you've not been a jerk about it. If you were a goddess of order, you would be really frustrated and you would be blowing up my email and you would be like, instead, you're very forgiving. You're like, she's going to get to it. I know. So what I see about you is I see that goddess of action. Actually, I see a lot of goddess of action and I see a lot of goddess of optimism. I feel like you're kind, you're willing to try Kalanetics. And not only did you try Kalanetics, I mean, for goodness sake, you got it and you just immediately dove in and you are getting results. And oh my gosh, incredible. So that's what I feel. I see that in your personality. My feeling is, I'm just asking angels. In the Balance and Bliss, in the 1 month, this was the master class. And if you go through those slides, there were particular words that were included. I feel if you looked at those different words, you might see yourself more as that goddess of action. But I feel like you do have a really great, orderly, structure to you. And I feel like part of that has been just work. That's how you are a success at work. And it's how you keep things straight. And it's how you manifest fast. It's how you keep things going. So, and I feel like you're accountable. So I think that's a lot of it. Maybe order action. Yeah, absolutely could be. It absolutely could be. Yes. Laura says, yay, you answered my questions. Yay, yay, yay. Elizabeth says, order optimism combo, I think. So Elizabeth, I don't think so. I think you could be action optimism. I feel my feeling, I feel a lot of order and I feel a lot of action. That's where I feel. Goddess of Action has that optimism too. I don't want you to think that Goddess of Action does not have optimism, because she does. The Goddess of Optimism is always super easy to find the silver lining. She looks at it, she is Pollyanna. If you are not a Goddess of Optimism, what you find is sometimes they kind of get on your last nerve, because Goddess of Optimism and Goddess of Actions can be rather loud. They're both kind of animated when they talk, but they're also, Goddess of Optimism will always find that silver lining. Like that is their natural go-to. and they are kind of messy and they're extremely forgetful. So the Goddess of Order, I do see a lot of the Goddess of Order in you, and I see a lot of action in you. And I feel like the optimism in you comes from more of the action. Now, you do need to have that optimism element, because the optimism is what encourages you to keep going, keep trying this, let's keep doing it. So I feel like if you're feeling like you are a little bit of both, I'd love for you to take the quiz though. I feel like that would be really helpful. I don't know if you've already taken the quiz. So if you haven't though, take the quiz and let me know. I feel like that would be really interesting to see. Yeah. Yay. Hi, Catherine. I might be a learned order. Catherine, I could see you as a learned order. I feel like you have, you come across very much a goddess of peace. I feel like you've got a lot of good balance in the way you interact with everybody. You come across, it's interesting, the vision that God's giving me. It's like you're kind of floating along and you just know how to be what you need to be at that time. So I feel like that's an awful lot of goddess of peace that they're showing me. And I feel, because you're willing to go out on a limb, you're willing to make things happen, I feel like you're more that goddess of action. I feel like the learned goddess of order, but I feel more around you is that, I don't know, I keep getting peace though. I keep hearing peace around you. I feel the goddess of action because you make things happen, but I feel like it happens because goddess of peace actually can be really stubborn. And she's like, no, I'm not going to budge. We're going to get this done. And I feel like you can do that. I don't know. It's exciting. It's really fun. I love talking about the goddess personalities. I think it's so wonderful. And the more you start to see, oh my gosh, I do that, or I have that element, it's just enjoyable. And it makes life rich. So yay. Oh, that's interesting. Catherine said the same for her every time she's order when she takes the quiz. That's interesting. I think I need to make a part 2 on the quiz, go a little bit more in depth. So I'm interested in, especially when you see like the different words that we use or finish a couple different statements, I wonder. But, for overall, knowing that you're a goddess of order, you do like making those lists and you don't lose your list. The goddess of order is also, she doesn't mind. She's a great leader. She is a great leader. She doesn't have to be in front. A goddess of action or a goddess of optimism likes to be center stage. And so that's a little bit of a difference. So you might see like, I do an awful lot of support. I let things roll off my shoulder. Part of it could be, as you are a goddess of order, you might recognize my astrological sign is this. So I'm curious, Catherine, what is your astrological sign? I would love to know if you wouldn't mind sharing that. I'd love to talk about that a little bit. Yay. Okay, so Elizabeth, Amy says, Elizabeth, I totally see that. I would have said predominantly order for sure. Yay! Oh, Suzanne, military life has trained me well, apparently. Absolutely. Absolutely. That would totally be that influence. That's that mask where, if you are raised in a military family or if you go into the military, absolutely, that has a very strict regimen and it has an influence over you. Totally. Megan, yay, goddess of order with some goddess of peace as well. I could totally see that. Wonderful, wonderful. And what's so nice about the goddess of peace is that you're laid back. Now, here's the thing that I want to make sure you don't beat yourself up, because as the goddess of order, you remember the conversations. As the goddess of peace, you're thinking it's all your fault. It is not your fault. What you'll find is that you need to replay that conversation and then see how other people contributed and then forgive yourself. It's all about forgiveness. It's really about forgiveness and love, because you are taking on so much, especially as an empath. And let me tell you, the goddess of order is such a natural healer, goddess of peace, natural healer. So I'm a little concerned that, you give away. My husband made a wonderful dinner tonight, and I snarfed it down and came running upstairs. So I'm sorry. And I'm sucking a lot of air. I'm so excited about this. Now, Megan, the thing that I worry about is you're holding on to too much energy that's not yours. And I'm talking about a low vibe. It's like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, that kind of vibe. So just make sure you smudge. Make sure you just cleanse it. Just whenever you're feeling really, really exhausted, the first thing I would love for you to do is smudge even before you take a nap, because you're just going to cleanse that whole energy. Yay. Tara says, kind of wish I had a little goddess of action in there too. Well, you can pretend, as a goddess of order, you can say, you know what, I'm going to just skip it for right now and I'm going to be the goddess of action. It's interesting. A lot of actors and actresses are actually goddess of order. They're fantastic theatrically speaking. They're fantastic artistically, whether it's creating art, playing the piano. They're great engineers. They're great in science. So the goddess of action, you can totally hire yourself, say, okay, I'm going to play this role and get it done. And you can be that. Run it. Oh, okay. Thank you. So I have that information. The thing that's frustrating on the Myers-Briggs is if you say your 4 initials, you know who you are. You're not going to be able to tell me anyone. If I asked you right now, Suzanne, if I said, I want you to think about your best friend, which goddess do you feel she is? Do you see how easy that is to connect her with one of the goddesses? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I totally see that. So instead of feeling like there's a disconnect, you're able to celebrate her strengths. You're aware of her weaknesses or challenges of that personality, but you're able to really embrace and know how to motivate her because you understand her strengths. So whereas the Myers-Briggs, there are so many different letter combinations that it is a little difficult for other people to then relate, but I do have that information. So I was a human dynamics consultant for 30 years. So I would explain to people all the different personality programs. So whether it was DISC or Myers-Briggs or Enneagram or the just variety, that list kind of goes on. So anyway, that's the divine tool. I hear you. Angels are just chatting away. So here we go. So I want to share one thing. So Catherine is saying she's a goddess of order. She keeps coming up as a goddess of order. She's also a Cancer, which means you are emotional. You are even more emotional. So I feel like that's a lot of that goddess of peace coming up too. That's a natural piece to things. Also, as a Cancer, highly intuitive. Interestingly enough, goddess of order is also extremely intuitive. So I'm almost wondering if you are a little bit more of, I don't know. I'm wondering if you do have a lot of the goddess of action. I don't know, Catherine, I'd be really, really curious to discuss different sentences, having you finish the sentence. But as the Cancer, you are highly nurturing. And that could be where the goddess of peace keeps flowing through. I feel like you are, I just feel like the goddess of peace. I do. I can see the goddess of order, but I really do feel like you're that goddess of peace. That's angels keep giving it to me. So I'm gonna try to stop trying to change it. Angels win every single time, Catherine, every single time. Hi, Megan. I'm constantly exhausted, but that's good. But that's good advice, Trish. Megan, I really want you to get some rest. I do feel, here's the thing about goddess of peace. She is naturally exhausted. That is her natural state. She wakes up and is ready to plan her nap. She really can plan to do one thing a day. To have higher expectations isn't fair. If you have a child, that's a goddess of peace. Even if he's a boy, doesn't matter. You have this goddess of peace personality. To say, you need to clean your room, you need to organize your drawers, and then we're going to make a sand sculpture before nighttime bath. That has just totally wiped them out, and they're probably going to have some sort of tantrum. That's overload, especially as that helicopter mom will want to have them in sport and then piano lessons and have it all, like every little minute accounted for. The goddess of peace enjoys just even sitting there. Like a timeout doesn't matter to a goddess of peace because she doesn't mind sitting there. She'll daydream. It's okay. So when you're even interacting with your children, you can see that goddess of action. She is on the go. She wants to be part of soccer. She wants to pick out her clothes. She has to pick out her clothes. So you give her a choice. You know that she's going to be into umpteen different things. Your little goddess of optimism is going to have a mess in her room at all times and doesn't even see it, doesn't notice, forgets things right and left. She has messy homework. She has a messy backpack and she can't even find her backpack, or she misplaces the notes. No need to get frustrated about it. You can teach her, especially if you're a goddess of order mom, you can teach her structure and give her a system so she's able to work the system. And now you're setting others up for success. That's why knowing the different goddess personality is just the easiest way for harmony. You get everyone to get along. But the most important thing is recognizing and honoring as a goddess of peace. She bodes well for having morning nap, afternoon nap, and early to bed. And I'm not kidding. It sounds like, seriously, really? But yes. Now here's the reason. Her energy that is used up, is she offers it, especially if you're not aware of protecting and putting yourself in a protective bubble in the morning. Boy, do you give it. You're giving your all. So you really, and I know you're saying, okay, so how am I supposed to function then? I'm giving my all and I have to have a job. I'm not allowed to take morning naps at my job. I get that. But that's where you're going to do even a 5-minute power nap, or you can just meditate a couple minutes, even just step outside, take a couple breaths of fresh air, and then come back feeling revived. Treat yourself knowing that I'm going to have that downtime, because you are giving so much and giving your energy away. It really is even more exhausting. So yeah. Woohoo. Oh, I love this. Laura says she took the quiz again and she's a goddess of action. And Sam is a goddess of peace, yin and yang. I love it. I love it. I totally see that too. I totally can see that. The goddess of peace frequently just gets along with everyone. They just let it roll off their shoulders. It's not worth it. Now, here's the thing. When the goddess of peace have had it, they've had it. Done. We don't have to talk about it. Done. and it's amazing. They are done. They mean it. The goddess of action, you're able to walk away really easily too. And you walk away so fast that you're just like new bridge and you don't mind burning that bridge. It's like, I'm going. But you have those steps that you're taking. The goddess of order will consider all of her moves. She'll be a little bit more planned out and making sure which move is going to, she doesn't want to make a mistake. The thing that you find, it's interesting. Come in a little bit closer because I do find this really, really interesting, especially if you're stuck in a job, you're stuck in a relationship that doesn't fit. Goddess of optimism doesn't want to leave because she doesn't want to hurt the other person's feelings. The goddess of order doesn't want to leave because she feels like I've already invested all this time. I don't want it to be for nothing. She also feels like I don't want to fail at this relationship. The goddess of action is all about, I've invested too much time. So she is really like not looking at the other way. She's just looking at the time, and she doesn't want to appear as if making a mistake. And honestly, she can live with it because she's conquering another mountain anyway. The goddess of peace is miserable. No one knows, not even told her partner or anyone at work. They have no idea. And then all of a sudden she's like, done. And leaves, washes her hand and is gone. And you're like, wait, what? Yeah, it goes like that. Aren't we interesting? Aren't we just fascinating? And do you see how when we're all together, how we all are working together, how we would get that pyramid built, how we would be able to solve any problem because we're working together as a team? Isn't it magical? Isn't it just so amazing? I love this. I love this kind of stuff. I hope you do too. Yay! Elizabeth says, I think I could be a combo platter. Yes, I think you are absolutely a combo platter. Actually, Elizabeth, I feel that you are a goddess of optimism and a goddess of peace. You are able to do all of the accounting as a goddess of order. You're able to I don't know how you wear that mask. I don't know how you stay so focused. I don't know how you do it, but you're able to. And your goddess of optimism, you do always see the silver lining, and you inspire and you uplift so many others. And that goddess of peace is like, you're like, well, it's okay. And you go with the flow and you let things roll off your shoulders, and you help bring a grounding energy to the stake place, to the home life, to wherever you go. Oh. When you were doing flags, remember how all those girls just loved you? They just wanted, you're just that extra mom because they felt safe. They felt nurtured. They felt protected. You're just an amazing person, but it's also one of that, you are naturally aligned with just being so incredible. Just saying. Yay. Catherine says, we will listen to the angels. All they've said is true. I keep the peace and receive compliments that I lead from the back of the room. Yeah. Yep. I'm done when I'm done. And I wear white to protect my energy. Catherine, I remember you telling me that a while ago. I don't know. Time flies, doesn't it? Because I was going to say, I don't know, a year ago. Was it a year ago? Well, anyway, mine went too. But I think that's beautiful and wonderful. And you're absolutely just so accurate. We know color therapy helps us, just like we know this citrine has the yellow that connects with our solar plexus. We know that is of abundance, of prosperity, of our power is right there. So we know how color lends itself. We know that white reflects, and we know black absorbs. How smart is Catherine that she wears white so that she's not sucking it in? So all of you goddess of peace, how amazing, what a blessing that would be to wear white. Especially, I feel very self-conscious when I wear white because I'm worried, like, are you seeing all those rolls? At this point in my age, I really don't care. But if you wear white, what a great idea. So thank you. Yes, and it does protect, especially if you've forgotten to put on your bubble that morning. Now, I do want to share when we're talking about angels that are working with us, especially during this time, and this time being Mercury going direct, and we're finding we need a little bit more help with our communication, the archangel to call upon is Gabriel. I know I use Archangel Uriel often when I'm trying to find the right words, when I'm trying to speak out just so. And it's a little different from when and angels are tickling right here. So when you see I'm scratching by my third eye, that's why. Also, when I'm delivering a message, you might see me tickling my nose. It's just because angels are tickling my nose to give me that sign, hey, you're on the nose, you've got it right. When I'm giving a reading and I say, hey, does this make sense? I'm asking, do you understand that interpretation? Because if not, I need to go back and clarify it with angels. Sometimes if you say, yeah, I don't really know how that is, and I'm asking angels for more information and they're like, no, I will feel a presence, like they are holding their hand on my back, which means I've got your back. Don't back down. I've got your back. And so then you'll notice how I'm pretty strong, just like I was trying to get, I was trying to make Catherine a different goddess, and angels were like, no, she's a goddess of peace. She is a goddess of peace. She is solid in who she is. She brings an energy of grounding to the room. She's that goddess of peace. And so I'm fighting, and the angels are like holding my back, like, no, stay with it. We told you, girl. We told you what she is. I love it. I love it. So all angels are messengers. They're created to deliver messages. But Archangel Gabriel is that one that brought the message of throughout every religion. It's not just telling Mary, hey girl, I know you haven't been with anyone, but girl, you're knocked up. And Archangel Gabriel's a girl. So it's like woman to woman, we're going to talk, and I'm bearer of great news. Yeah, you're not going to have your period for 9 months because you got pregnant by God. So here's Gabriel giving that. Gabriel is also the one that helped create all of, I think it's the Quran. I thought I wrote that down. Yes. Ha! I remember that correctly. Dictated to Muhammad, the Quran. Now, Gabriel was actually mentioned in earlier texts before any of the religions. How amazing is that? Archangel Gabriel is a true communicator and the patron saint. If you are any type of writer, speaker, maybe you are a communicator as you are not just about to give a TED talk, but you are about to go on a radio talk show. You are about to launch your own podcast. Whatever way you want to call on Archangel Gabriel. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, if you are looking at symbols and you want to engage a little bit more with Archangel Gabriel, she responds to trumpet. So because she heralds in messages, you could actually play Chicago, play some music that has a lot of trumpet brass sound. She's also, one of her symbols is the lily. So if you see a symbol of a lily, Archangel Gabriel is saying, I'm here. I'm encouraging you. She's going to help you with fertility issues. Maybe you have writer's block. Maybe you actually want to have a baby. Maybe you are going through something and you are feeling like I need to work with the moon cycle so that I can create a business plan, a business that's going to succeed. Archangel Gabriel is an archangel to call on. Absolutely. Also, Archangel Gabriel works with orange or the copper color and citrine. With Archangel Gabriel, you might see a trumpet. No, that's also a sign that she's right here, that she's saying, hey, talk to me. I want to help you out. The other thing is sometimes she is shown with a bird quill and an ink pot, so like think older. Do you have to write with that? Absolutely not. However, it's very helpful if you suddenly see that as a symbol, that's a sign from Archangel Gabriel as well. Last thing is, I just wanted to say, if you are needing new inspiration, you need rejuvenation regeneration. Either of those, it's a time to connect with Archangel Gabriel as well. And sometimes we need a little bit more understanding or comprehending and applying a truthful statement, or maybe it's just accepting the truth. Sometimes we hear something, and I know oftentimes, especially you might have a girlfriend that's in a bad relationship, and you know the guy's a loser. He's not going to change. And you need to have that conversation because she's asked you, do you think he's going to be faithful this time? And you know the answer, it's a no. You can already ask Archangel Gabriel, help me with this message. Help her to understand that message. I don't want to deliver that message. Would you please help her understand the truth? Call on Archangel Gabriel. Have any of you ever called on any of the archangels? Do you work with any of the archangels? Have you ever worked with Archangel Gabriel with the new moon or a full moon? I would love to hear in the comments. Would you please let me know? Would you please let me know? I got a text. I got to share this. Suzanne just saw a fairy fly behind me. I love this room. This is the room where my grandma, who's passed, was holding up my daughter's wedding dress when Kelsey tried it on. And you see her little arm, my grandma's arm, actually holding up the dress. And Kelsey was totally grandma's favorite. This is where I have the most fairy activity. And I love the fairies. I love that they help me. They love being around this energy. They love helping with anything intuitive, and they love helping you. So by Suzanne even noticing the fairy flying around, it just brings joy. It just helps everyone feel a little bit happier. They like feeling all of the crystals I have in this room. This is also where I meditate, where I do healing meditations, where I do healing crystal work. So this room has a really fun, great vibe. I'd like to say it's really grounded, and I smudged everywhere, but that fairy brings that energy, and it's fun and it's uplifting and just kind of neat. Oh my gosh. Yay. Yay. Oh my gosh. Heather saw it too. Yay. That's so fun. I can't wait to go back and watch. I didn't see it. That's so fun. Yay. Okay. So Suzanne says yes. So Metatron, or my girlfriend used to always say Metatron. So oftentimes when I see it, when I'm reading it, I go to, oh, that's Archangel Metatron. So what I love about that archangel is often associated with sacred geometry. When we did the flower of life in our vision board class, that you are automatically connecting with that archangel. That's going to help bring that brings that new inspired action to fruition. The other thing that's wonderful about working with Archangel Metatron or Metatron is that you are working with, it is believed that he is actually Enoch. That was just God's friend, and take him right up. Didn't have to die, didn't have to go through anything, just take it on up. So when he enters, when I'm giving a reading, one thing I notice, so I'm interested in if you feel anything or any of you have worked with him and experienced it, I get a dizzy, lightheaded sensation. I know he has entered the room because I do get dizzy, and it is like it's not a sickening dizziness, but it is an inspiring, like, whoosh that occurs. It's really, really cool. So I was wondering if anyone else have felt that as well. Let me know if you have any questions working with any of the angels, and if any of you did want a card pulled for you today, because I'm not going to be done with the vision board classes. So I won't be able to pull a card during Saturday. So I'm not going to be able to go live on Saturday. So if you would like a card live right now, let me know. I wish there was a way. I think I can invite, I think I can invite you in. We could try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Wonder if I can invite Suzanne. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share instructions for guests. Well, I don't know. Okay. Wonder if I could share it right here. Tara would love a card. Okay. If someone wants to come on live, I think you can click on that and you're invited to join. That would be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun. I don't know if it's going to work, but we can try. Okay. So I know Tara's going to get a card and I know Love Texas. Let me write this down. Let me come back over here. Hang on. Do I have a pen? I may not have a pen anymore. This is what I get for cleaning up. Oh, wait. I do. Hang on. I got this. Yeah. Yay. Tara is going to get a card. You have to just let me know if you do want to join live, though. Love Texas is a card. Catherine is a card. Woohoo! Yay! Megan is a card. Okay. There you go. If any of you else would like a card, just let me know. Okay, so first is Tara. Okay. I'm using, let me show. I'm using the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. I really love this deck. I love it because, and I know it's older. I'm not sure you can even get the deck anymore. But if you can find it, if you have it, it's just a nice deck. I really find that I actually find more on this deck when I'm reading for myself. I feel like the stuff that I read at the bottom is a little bit more than this. When I'm giving a reading, I can do either. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share. You guys are going to pop on in a minute too. Oh, and Heather wants one too. And Elizabeth, woohoo! Okay, so Tara didn't ask to come on. So I think I can actually, I'm so excited about doing this. I'm so excited. I've got goosebumps. This is so fun. Okay. And now that we know how to do this, oh my God, Wednesday just went up. Totally went up. I can't wait. Next Wednesday, I'm bringing you on. We're going live, especially if we're talking about any of that goddess stuff. Okay. Calm it down. Okay, Tara, here we go. Ah, man, that jumped out. Oh, beautiful. Release. Tara, I feel like this is inviting you to release those thoughts that are blocking you. Release things that you're worrying about. I really feel like you're overthinking and you're over worrying, and angels are asking you to release it to them. You can allow them to figure out, I hear you, thank you, the answers. What they keep giving me is when you write like a T-square. So you have your piece of paper and you're going to draw a line down the center like this. You're going to make it like this. And you're going to say on the one side, you're going to have like your name or just me. And on the other side, you're going to have angels. And on this side under you, you're going to write down anything that you want to worry about. On this side with angels, you're going to write down anything you want to give over to the angels and let them worry about it. Now, here's the hardest part. You can't take it back. Once you give it to the angels, don't go taking it back. Let them handle it because you're releasing it to them. This is an invitation, and angels are saying, you're at the point, come on, it's time to release it. It is absolutely time to release it. So what an exciting card. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll read what it says. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Maybe that's for in case you want to pull it back off your thing. So that's exciting. That is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for being open to this. That was so fun. Yay. Okay. Next is Love Texas, and then Catherine's coming live. Woohoo. Woohoo. Catherine. Oh my gosh. Love Texas. What's going on here? Oh my God. This is the coolest thing ever. This is so cool. I didn't even know this card was in here. Oh, Love Texas. I hope you were ready. You're a goddess. Look at you go. Goddess, goddess, goddess. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that's so neat. That is so cool. I feel like this is asking, angels are helping heal whatever is blocking you from recognizing what an amazing, beautiful, incredibly talented, gifted goddess you truly are. This is a sign to own your goddess power, meaning recognize how lovable you are, recognize how lovely, how amazing, how wonderful, and that you are deserving. I really feel like this card, goddess, is also saying the goddess energy wants to work with you. Archangel Gabriel brings that goddess energy. She works with goddess energy. Get your moonstone, get it ready, and start using it, because I really feel like this is going to be a powerful time. If you'll begin implementing, 2021 is going to be so incredible for you. That's incredible. This is interesting too. Oh my gosh. Wow, girl. Base chakra. This is your root chakra. That is on survival. Those are, your angels are all over you. I don't know what you're doing right now, but whoo! Working with your root chakra, that's on, do I have enough money? Am I meeting all my needs? And your angels are saying, yes, we got this. We are meeting those needs. So stop overthinking things. I also see the crystal jasper. So if you have moonstone and you have like red jasper, that would be amazing. Red jasper is also going to help you stay pretty calm. Some of the other jaspers would do a little bit more, but I feel like red jasper, and I also see garnet. Mm-hmm. I'm asking about clear quartz. That's why I was a little hesitant. They don't mind if you have it, that's fine, whatever. But they really like the red jasper, and they really like the moonstone, and they really like the garnet. Now, I feel you are knowing deep down to your core that you are a powerful woman meant for more, that you have a very incredible, powerful energy that you are meant to be using, meant to be utilizing, and are meant to be owning these gifts. And those gifts lead to manifesting what it is that you want. And I feel like you're ready to have some more dreams come true. I feel like you've got dreams coming true, but it feels like there are more dreams coming true. And I feel like this is a financial, I hear money around you. I feel a lot of number 5s around you, which is material gain, material change. Change is coming. And it's, it just feels like this is such a great time for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that's exciting. That's incredible. Okay. I am bringing on Catherine. So let me do this. Invited guests. There you go. Ha! Are you there, sweetheart?
I am here. It's great to see you.
I love this. It's so nice seeing you.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I swear, I'm having a case of the vapors. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh, this is really, really cool. Okay, thank you for coming on live. I do. I feel like you're a goddess of peace. I kept trying to change it. I did. I tried my best. I couldn't. So you're also able to ask anything while you're on here. I am going to shuffle a little bit. I am going to pull a card. I feel like, I really feel like you're being called to do something in addition to what you're already doing. I really do feel that. I really do feel like there is a book, or there's something where you're supposed to be speaking. It is something that is meant to be getting out. I feel like you are, it feels like it's becoming clearer and clearer to you. I feel like you're not really certain what it is, but you have an inkling. And I feel like you're looking for, it almost feels like I have to have some more information before I process it and before I go after it, which is totally fine. And I feel like angels are bringing that to you tonight. This is talking about, this is talking about healing away. It's not addictions. It's healing away things that would be blocking you. And I feel like the type of things that would be blocking you from your blessings is making everyone else happy before you make yourself happy. And that is not an addiction. It just is. That's your personality. I also feel like this card is really talking about your heart chakra. It's really talking about, are you, feeding it? And I feel like because you're willing to settle, like, just making so-and-so happy makes you happy. So you're saying, well, that's fulfilling in itself. I feel like you're supposed to be giving a voice to something. It feels like a nurturing voice to to women's dreams. It feels like, I know you had mentioned something about a center. I can't pull that in right now. And it feels like something that's very giving, but it feels like something that's a little bit more residual income. It feels like I'm not really doing something. It's almost like I've got a program, I've got a book, I've got something that women are able to do in the privacy of their own home. Does that make sense to you?
It does. So I have this belief that before this pandemic began, that I use craft as mindfulness. So I am really looking at putting together a wellness component of women coming together and utilizing craft. There are, like I make these, this is actually 108. So when I string it, there's an intention to that, and then I keep that. So that actually is something that is active on me. And I'm speaking on Monday with the Urban Consulate, talking about what this election means to communities and cities. So there is more speaking that I'm
Good.
just being offered to do.
So do you have a shop on Etsy?
I do not. I have a shop. It's there, but it's not active. And I have a domain reserved as well, and it's not active. And part of my questioning is that I introduce myself as a positive broker, so I don't consider myself really a coach. And that's that, when you're talking about that giving, that's what I do. I really, I'm a resource and a connector for many, and so that's that positive broker aspect of it. And how do you monetize something that you just naturally do, but believing that our gifts that we have, they shouldn't just be thrown to the wind, that's our gift that we are to live our life with.
I feel like what I hear is what you're talking about that you do is different from the element of your Etsy shop, because the women that you're able to touch, that gal in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that just likes beads with little ladybugs on it. Well, she's allowed to have beads with ladybugs, but she's going to start, and maybe not today, and maybe not in 4 years, but in year 5, when she starts to understand Ganesh and understand, if I chant this and I have 108 beads on this necklace, there's she understands a little bit of the story behind it. Or maybe you're helping teach how to create another tool, whether it's like a healing mandala or a dream catcher or a sand picture, something. You have these different little kits that they can purchase, and they're able to do it within the comfort of their own home. That piece that you bring, though, is your delivery to it. And I feel that element is, you're very rich with words, and I feel like you're able to personalize it and add a story to the purchase. So even though it be the same story for everybody, I feel like it's still speaking to their soul. I feel like it's a good connection for them.
Could you see those necklaces hanging back over there, those reds? You probably
I cannot.
can't really see them. So those are actually, I've thought of them as kits, because it's it's sewing notions that you actually use color theory with, and beads, and you string them yourself, and then you have a beautiful piece of jewelry that you get to wear.
I love that. I love that. So why aren't you doing anything with it?
Well, I'm starting to.
Okay.
Just starting.
So I would love it if you would consider being a little more intentional communicating with your angels, asking a little bit more specific questions. Does that make sense?
It does.
So I feel like, even though you're willing to go with everything, I feel like by being a little bit more specific, you're going to get a little bit better clarity. And then that's going to be amazing. And then I feel you're going to expand what you're talking about, because then other people are going to be like, how is she making money doing this? And you're going to see where you're spreading love. And I feel like that's the thing that matters most, is how are you spreading love? How are you spreading love? And that's what you're giving to each woman. Yeah, she's making this necklace for herself, but she's feeling better about herself. Then suddenly, she's feeling better about her spouse, or feeling better about her kids, or feeling better about that person at the grocery store. And suddenly that love is spreading like wildfire. What a nice thing to have connected.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So because you're now starting to have those conversations with angels, hey, help me have those right connections. And baby, I feel like you do a great job making connections for others, but I really want to make some connections for you. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so let angels start opening those doors for you.
Thank you.
Yay! Thank you for coming on live too. That's so cool.
I sit in the front row of my life. Why wouldn't I come on?
Right? Oh my God, this is great. I am so fired up. I'm like, I don't know. We're gonna have to start even earlier next time because we're gonna go. This is so fun. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hang on. So, Megan, are you coming on? Because Suzanne's gonna be up and ready. Okay, so hang on. So let me write down. Let me do some names again really fast. I see Suzanne. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, so we've got Megan, and then Metatron is my homie. Suzanne is after Megan, and then Teresa. Okay, Elizabeth. There you go. I don't know if Elizabeth is going to come on. Oh, so Tara couldn't come on because of the kids. All right, fine, be that way. Okay, so yay. All right, so if anyone else wants to come on, that'd be awesome. But that's okay if you don't. So it's Megan, Suzanne, and then Teresa, and then Elizabeth. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, Megan. This is fun. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, Megan. Ear chakra. What I feel like this is saying is all about careful what you're listening to. I feel like you're able to hear a little bit more. I do feel like this is saying your intuition, one of your psychic gifts, is being able to hear things that aren't even being said. You're able to definitely hear, and you're opening up more to hearing your angels. You're able to hear the subtle differences. So even, sometimes when someone's mad, there's a little bit of edge to their voice. You're able to hear that even though they're doing a great job disguising. Thank you. I'm talking to your angels. Sorry. Disguising that frustration in their voice. You're able to pick it up. I also feel like you are very moved at this moment. You're very connected to what you're hearing. So no negativity. Don't do that to yourself. That's only going to bring you down, and that's going to be detrimental for your soul. It feels like I need you to have uplifting, inspiring messages, music, anything that's going to keep you up. I want your vibration up. The other thing is, if you're listening to higher vibration things, you're going to be very inspired. And by you being inspired, I feel like that's going to open a door that you've been praying about. I feel very distinct heart desire. You're kind of squeezing around my heart, which means I really want this. I don't want to say I desperately want this, but it's that degree of intensity of desire. And I feel like if there's a way to just connect you a little bit more to being open to the messages your angels are bringing to you, because you're trying to control the outcome. My feeling is, instead of saying, okay, angels, I want this or something better, you're saying, okay, angels, I want this. And I feel like the way we should do this is this, this, and this. So you're giving them the handbook versus just allowing it. So if you wouldn't mind talking with your angels and just really, truly letting it flow, let their messages flow. Be open to the way they want to do it. I feel you're going to start loving yourself a little bit more. You're going to start owning that you're worthy and deserving. And then I feel like angels are going to start sprinkling more and more. Now they're going to be, because your card is ear chakra, that also means that you're going to be hearing guidance. It might sound like your voice. What else is it going to sound like? You're not going to have an angel that suddenly starts talking to you in Pig Latin or in a unique kind of accent. If you have that, that would be a spirit guide or something like that. Angels definitely do not want to startle you or make you uncomfortable whatsoever. So you will most likely hear it just as a feeling, an impression, or a sound. But because it's ear chakra, I feel like you're going to be hearing sounds. I also hear that they are saying they give you a lot of messages and music, and pay attention to the song that you're hearing. Pay attention to the message that is the message of the song. The song that they're singing to me right now is, we built this city on rock and roll. I don't know who sings that song. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I keep hearing. And I feel like there's a message in that for you too. I don't know what it is, but that message is for you too. What an awesome card. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay. Well, thanks, Megan. You know what, Megan? That's okay. You still got to be here anyway. So thank you. Yay. Megan, I hope that card makes sense. I'm excited for you. That's cool. That is really cool. I expect you to take some notes and share with us, especially next Wednesday. I hope you share with us what your angels have been communicating, because that's just super cool. Okay. Suzanne, you should be.
Hi. Hello.
I know you're trying to just be not the goddess of order.
I try. That's a Jefferson Starship song, by the way.
Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Did you remember when I messed up these cards all? I was on the radio at all. Do you remember that at all?
No, I didn't know you were on the radio.
Yeah, classic rock. I should have known. I would embarrass, like, if anybody from the radio. That's all of our secret guys. Everyone that's hanging on right now. None of you are allowed to share. Thank you, and thank you for being able to recognize the song.
It's a gift. I don't know.
It is a gift. I'm telling you, you are so fun. You're so outgoing. You're so enjoyable. You're not a goddess of order. I do feel it. You pretty much answered it when you said military training, because military training, I oftentimes would have clients whose parents were in the military or they were military, and they just learn it. Or they worked for someone that had been in the military. And, you know, you work for someone and they want things just so. They want it just exactly on their desk a certain way. I'll tell you, the biggest sign I know you're not a goddess of order, because of what I already shared, but also when you are at your desk, you walk away from your desk and you come back, you're not going to notice if someone borrowed your pen and put it back differently.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
The order does.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so every goddess is perfect just the way she is, though. Okay, so let me see what angels want to say to you. This is exciting. I kind of like doing it on Wednesday.
This is fun. This is very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Perfect timing, too. Just midweek, setting the tone. Oh, honey, you got 3 cards coming out. Damn, girl. Okay, we're talking. Here we go. This is interesting. I'm just asking which card you want me to read first. Okay.
Whatever you feel.
Okay. This is about making money. This is your sacral chakra. This is all about your creativity, your confidence, your sexuality, owning your sexy woman. I feel like this is already coming to light with what you're doing with Kalanetics. I feel like you're already making some movement and you're feeling more confident. I feel like this is now saying, baby, start expressing yourself. Because I feel like while you're kind of willing to express yourself, you're not saying what you really want to say. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So I feel like angels are trying to encourage you to continue on this path. don't stop, because I feel like you're getting positioned for a promotion. And it does feel like literally position for a promotion. I literally feel like you are going to be doing something like this. And it feels, yes, you're attending some workshops and seminars, but it feels like there's more than just that. It actually feels like you're going to be doing you're going to be running some sort of workshop or seminar. It feels like you like continuing your education. I actually feel like it's something in movement. Either, it could be teaching a yoga class, Pilates class, a movement class, incorporating several different kind of styles into one class. But it feels like you're going to be teaching something, and that feels by summertime. And then this is interesting because this card is saying there's a past life issue. And I feel like this is coming up because you've overcome something. And I feel like you overcame something recently. It feels like angels are bringing that card to you to say, kudos, great job, because it's not always easy, but you've done something where you're like, you know what, I've worked on this and it's time. And I feel like, especially with this last Mercury retrograde, it helped bring up that past. You reminisced, you reviewed it, and you're like, yeah, I'm over it. And I feel like you have now reclaimed some power. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It's been really a year of healing and a year of radical acceptance. Even prior to COVID, that was going on. And then it just made COVID not necessarily it was easy, but it made it, easier for me probably to navigate through than other people, just due to that radical acceptance and just going with the flow.
What freedom, what a lesson for others too, because you're experiencing that freedom. You have that smile. That is that goddess of optimism stuff, but but it is true. And I do feel like that is that inspiration that helps other goddesses like, oh, you're right. Yeah. And sometimes we need it. We need to lift each other up. And that could be part of your workshop or seminar. That's that message. It's you sharing a message, whether you're doing it once a month, once a quarter, maybe you're just doing it in a small group, but it does feel like you are offering some additional insight. And I feel like this radical going with the flow, I feel like it's seeped into other areas of your life though. And I feel like other people are sensing it too. Does that make sense to you?
It does. I mean, I don't watch the news.
Good.
I focus on, just kind of the basic everyday things. And COVID has given me the opportunity to have time for myself, which I haven't had for a long time. I've been so busy taking care of other people.
It's
and
wonderful.
It is. It's like, I can do whatever I want. I can watch Netflix. I can make up 3 pots of soup. I can do whatever I want. And it's very liberating, and it just feeds your soul to focus on yourself. And I haven't had that for a long time.
So what is the one thing that you're doing right now that you're incorporating to take care of you, to spoil you, or a self-care thing that you're doing?
Well, I have a home gym now. Would you like to see it?
I would.
I'll try to show you. Let's see. It's kind of backwards, but
oh my goodness gracious!
Wow. We have the total gym over there. And then we have the exercise bike. And the exercise bike, I put that together on last week's Wind Down Wednesday. While I was watching you, I was putting that together.
Yeah. Excellent. Superb. How's your knee?
Good. I'm about to hopefully graduate physical therapy in a few weeks.
Yay! Yay! Keep doing the healing energy balls. Do the energy ball, put in healing, etc., and ask Archangel Raphael to work with you, and then give that to your knees. And I want you to give them to both knees. Do 1 ball per knee.
I will do that.
Thank you. I honestly hear 3 times a day, but
I can do that.
Okay, thank you. And they can be really nonchalant, or whoo, it's cold. Woo, I know it's a little hot, isn't it? And then even if you don't have time, like just doing this, that warms up your chakras in your hands, and pretty much you can even place your hands on your knee right after that and imagine the healing energy already swirling around, like the ball is already just incorporating through your knee.
Okay. I will do that.
Good. Yay. Thanks for coming on live too. You two girls are so fun. I'm so glad you and Catherine were like, sure, we'll come on.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me in my crazy hair and PJs. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I actually thought that was a beautiful top. I was like, I got to message her and find out where she got that from.
It's from Kohl's. It's seahorses.
Oh, I can't see that. I love that though.
It's my seahorse PJs.
So perfect, especially like Mermaid Monday. You've got to wear them.
Yes, absolutely.
You're in the flow. That's why. Yes. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. This is so fun. I love being able to bring on different people. That's so fun. Okay, Teresa. I've got Teresa and Elizabeth. Remember, if you're on YouTube, you're able to join live. And I love having you on. That's really fun. If you don't want to be on live, though, you don't have to be. Okay, so as I'm shuffling right now for Teresa, I just want to make sure that you don't have any questions about working with Archangel Gabriel without working with your goddess personality. Maybe you're wondering, am I prepared for working with Mercury going direct? The biggest thing about Mercury going direct, you saw some things during Mercury retrograde. You saw some areas of the way you communicated that weren't serving you anymore, that maybe were beating you up. Maybe there were some relationships that you felt like, you know, I'm glad it's in the past, but now it's time to release it. Maybe you need a little help releasing that relationship. Talk to Archangel Michael to help you release. Also, talk to Archangel Gabriel to help you figure out a way, especially if it's a frenemy and it's time to close that door. Sometimes it is time to close a door on a conversation, not necessarily the person, but Archangel Gabriel is going to help you find those right words. Okay. I am so excited for you. Teresa, your card, singing and dancing beautiful. Oh, yeah. The reason why I love this card so much is because I feel like this is saying happy dancing. Happy dancing beautiful. Singing and dancing also is asking you to actually engage in singing and dancing. I feel you are being asked to do some movement around the house as you're singing. When you're raising your voice, you're calling it out. I feel like you're supposed to be singing joy because you want to be a joy magnet so that you are raising your vibration so you manifest what it is that you want. You and I have talked. You know that you are adjusting some things in the sense that you're about to welcome in more. I feel like by you welcoming in more, you are being given the opportunity to really conquer any obstacle that comes your way. When we do the ah or we know the is the sound of the universe. It's that very initial sound, that initial sound. We have those very old ancient sounds. So even if you're singing the alphabet, we know that you are, but I feel like you have a good voice. I feel like they want you to sing more than just the alphabet. They're like, no, she can't get away with just that. She's got to sing more. As far as the dancing goes, you can do the hustle. You could do a two-step. You can do whatever you want, but I definitely want to just see your hips moving. Belly dancing would be ideal. Even if you just watch some belly dancing from just a YouTube video or something like that, just get you moving. I don't feel like you have to do dance aerobics. I'm just asking you to do some dancing. It feels like it's just getting, breaking free from some barriers. It feels like there's still a little bit of blockages that are going on, and it's time to just absolutely release that. I can't wait to see you moving around. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, next, Elizabeth. Okay. So exciting. Okay. I just feel like you have these fairies that are flying around, Elizabeth, and it's fun. It's like these little cherub angels. Yeah, there. And I said it correctly. And I also feel like you just have these fairies and cherubs. Sounds like a cute little book. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay, there's something to do with grapes and something to do with wine. I feel like it's a sign. I feel like what I'm getting is about the story with Jesus turning, all that into wine, being able to serve at the wedding feast. I feel like this is something to do with business. It feels like wine is flowing. It feels like that's a huge positive statement. Things are working out. I feel like they're asking you to keep the faith. I feel like it's been an uphill battle, and I feel like they're showing me stake a claim because things are about to get better. Okay. Ooh, this is so exciting. Archangel Raphael. That is so neat. There you go. Archangel Raphael. I feel like Archangel Raphael is saying, I want to work with you. I want to provide this healing. I want to provide and make sure that everything is just feeling great, going great, because I feel like it is. I feel like Archangel Raphael is bringing joy, bringing more healing than you're thinking. I feel like it's healing for your family. Like there's an icky feeling going on, like someone's got a sore throat, someone's got something like a bug, not COVID, but like a bug or something. And it feels like there's something going on, and Archangel Raphael is healing that. It also feels like there is a total healing that's occurring. It feels like something with someone's heart, like even if they were heartbroken in the past, it feels like a total healing there. And I feel like Archangel Raphael is bringing this amazing sense of humor. It just feels like something is occurring, and I just feel like your smile is growing and growing. So much so, it's interesting because I just wanted a little bit more clarification, and look at the card. Oh, that is so fun. I feel like your heart chakra is really calling in because angels are making sure that you realize what a beautiful big heart you have and how you are going to be blessed tenfold with this. I really feel like your heart chakra is reaching out. I feel like it's all being healed. I feel you are being blessed in return. And the other interesting thing is I'm seeing Mary around you. That's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. That's an interesting thing. I see her roses. I see her healing, and I feel like there's something connected with your son. I just feel like there's healing going out towards your son. If you are here, Elizabeth, can you please just let me know? Can you share with me, please? Because I want to understand about the whole thing with you and your son and what they're saying, because they're definitely giving me Mary and her son. So I hope you're still here. I hope. Hi, Kathy. Hi. I love this. Teresa is like, oh, I love that I can easily sing and dance around the house freestyle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you should film some of it, too. I think that'd be wonderful. Okay. Okay. Elizabeth says, yeah, Matthew is getting a divorce. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense about the heartache. That makes sense about why you're okay. All of that makes sense. Your angels are amazing. No wonder they're calling on Archangel Raphael coming through, and no wonder all of this about the heart thing. Okay. I do feel like this is helping with that whole situation. I feel, I'm asking about Matthew. I actually feel like Matthew's going to be doing better than she is. Does that make sense to you, Elizabeth? I wish you were on. I wish you could join me right here too. I wish you could come on, because I feel like Matthew is going to be doing better as well. I don't know. It feels like if you want to share anything more, if you can, because if you have any questions, I feel like they're tickling my forehead, so I feel like there's a little bit more that might be shared. Let's see. Okay, you just said, yeah, that does make sense. Yeah. I feel like you do such a naturally wonderful job of being there for your children. So you do a naturally great job. I understand now why Mary is helping support you. You do a good job of trusting your intuition, of naturally listening. That feels, I just feel like that's going to be such a saving grace for him and help things. And that's also why I feel he heals so much faster than she does. Okay, that makes more sense too. He's a mess, but this is his decision, just drifted apart. Is he sure he wants it? Is he sure he wants to do this? I mean, they can drift back together. They don't have to stay drifted apart. So it feels like there's something else that maybe he's not telling you then, because it feels like there's another element to it. I feel like there's another element, and you don't have to share that. And you may not even know what it is, but it does feel like there's a little bit something more. But yeah, I understand being a mess, but you can let him know. Look, if he wants to work it out, he can totally work it out. Love is a Decision. And actually, Love is a Decision is a fantastic book. And it talks about deliberately and intentionally making the decision to fall back in love every day. Okay. He says he is. You said he says he is determined to divorce or wanting to stay. He says he is. I don't know what I asked in order for you to respond to that. I don't know what you're saying. So anybody that's listening, especially if you're listening to the replay and you've gotten to this part, here's the thing. If you are in a relationship and you want to invest and reinvest in the relationship, you can absolutely do that. Ask Archangel Raphael to help heal the relationship. Ask Archangel Gabriel to give you the courage to see it through, to help me find the right words. Ask Archangel Uriel to even perhaps write some things down, like help me write a love letter again. Help me do this. Okay, he is okay. So he's sure he does want the divorce. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like there's I'm just going to say I feel like there's someone. So I do feel like he does. I know he is a mess. I mean, it's a hard emotional decision, but whether it's, he just knows she's not the one, or he knows that there is someone that's caught his attention. And, when someone's caught your attention already, then it is very respectful to say, yeah, done. But I do feel like I get what he's saying, like drifted apart. It's like they were friends, like siblings almost. And it does feel like he's like almost like she became not downgraded, but she feels more like a sister. So I feel like you have such a great sense of humor. You're going to help everyone heal from it. I feel like no matter what's going on, you're actually going to help everybody heal from it. So I think this is wonderful. And he is blessed to have such a marvelous mom like you. So you're going to have to text me and keep me updated, please. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Kathy's like, I want a card. Okay, so hang on. Let me just shuffle just a little bit, Kathy. If anyone else wants a card, let me know. And as we're wrapping up, I'm going to just set my right here. We have, I hope you're feeling all of the citrine come to you. It's wonderful. And anyone that's still on after I read Kathy's card, let's just do a really fast, quick little healing, a little rejuvenation. How about that? Because I feel like it's just been a lot of crazy energy been going on. Ooh, that's wonderful. Fairies. Oh, Kathy, that is so, so cool. I feel like this is all about connecting with the joy. And I feel like this fairy card is saying that shift that you're desiring is coming more in the springtime. You can work with fairies all year round. However, I feel like the fairy card is coming to you just to make sure that you are staying lighthearted and bringing the joy. Because sometimes when you don't feel well, or if there's something else going on, then you start blocking blessings, and you don't want to do that. So by working with fairies, they are saying, hey, we're here. This is an invitation. Call on us, work with us. And what you'll find is that when you start working with fairies, not only do they bring that higher vibration, but they just bring the joy. They just bring this divine inspiration. They help you tap into other spiritual tools, like not just being psychic. Like maybe you're interested in doing learning how to do a little Reiki, or learning how to work maybe a little bit clearer with angels. And so fairies are able to help you step into that and learn how to do it a little bit clearer. And you don't even have to work on it. Now, you do have to, excuse me, when you work with fairies, you need to contribute back to fairies. So by planting flowers, by offering them thank you, by leaving out cookies and water, and just let them know, hey, this is for you. And what you'll find is they are great partners. They are fantastic partners. So also, you know, when you're working with fairies, it's also a sign, how are all of your partnerships? You know, am I treating them with respect? Am I feeding into valuing that partner's say or opinion, or am I maybe negating it? So just make sure, whether it's your love life partner, work partner, or whatever partnership is going on, even if it's with fairies, that you're being fair, that you're being open, and that you are willing to receive and work and give with the same gusto. And you're going to find magic really is here for you. How exciting! Yay! 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 Oh, good, good, good. Kathy's here. Let me say, and then I know Heather wants a card too. So Heather, you get a card, and then we'll do a little healing. But Kathy says, I have been a little stressed, so I need to find some joy. Good reminder. Excellent. Heather is going to have a reading, and then we're going to do a little healing. And we've got Citrine already. Mama Citrine is just flowing, bringing the riches, bringing the prosperity, bringing the joy, and woo! Goodness gracious, you've got cards really coming out. Okay. Wow. Heather, oh my gosh, you are profoundly clairvoyant. What a card. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me hide that. There you go. Look at that. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Wow. Okay, so what I feel like this card is saying, you know how I have one over there. So a ball, like a gazing ball. I feel like this is just saying you see things clearly. So not only are you seeing things accurately and clearly, but it's also saying you see things clearly when it comes to messages being shared. Maybe it's you don't always want to hear it, but you already knew the answer. And this is saying that pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to the insight that you're being given, because you're going through a shift and you are intuitively going to be guided and knowing what to do. When you pay attention to your intuition, you're going to find that you are suddenly being inspired to take an action that you may never have thought of. Like all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, really? Seriously? Okay. And then you do it, and it's such a great decision. I also feel like this is saying you are starting to see the picture of your future clearer. So things are coming into fine tune. It feels like the picture has been fuzzy and now it's dialing in. I hope that makes sense to you, because I feel like it's becoming more and more accurate. How exciting is that? I do feel like it's becoming more accurate. And I also feel like angels are saying, whenever you need a little bit more guidance, we're right here. Ask us to clarify the message. I also feel like this is asking Archangel Gabriel to be invited in. Archangel Gabriel is saying, let me help you. Because of the circle, I feel like every time you are noticing a circle, I want you to just stop a moment and feel like there's a message in there. And so maybe you do an energy healing ball. Maybe you see the circle and you feel like things are coming to fruition. Things are coming full circle, but there is a message in that circle. And I feel like it's saying, don't give up hope. Always stay focused, and that you are stronger than you realize, and you are manifesting more than you realize. What an amazing time. Let me share with you. Okay, this is incredible. Let's do a healing. I want everyone just to relax, to get comfortable. If you want to rub your hands like this, you can. And I'm just going to lower I'll just leave my hands like this. I'm not blocking the citrine. I just want you getting comfortable and relaxed. And take a cleansing breath in through your nose. Exhaling out of your mouth. Take another cleansing breath, and on that exhale, let the energy release even more. Let your shoulders drop. Relax your body. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. Let yourself begin to ground with wherever you are, whether you're sitting or laying down. Just relax. And as you relax in this moment, feel all of the tension, negativity, fear, anxiety, anything causing you stress or discomfort melt away. Relax deeper as you know there's nothing you need to do. Just allow it to roll off. Allow your angels to identify anything that is robbing you of joy, robbing you of a high vibration. Allow angels to identify it, release it, and remove it. Take a cleansing breath in through your nose and slowly exhale out of your mouth. And just casually continue doing this breathing, knowing that angels continue to release any low vibration, any fear, any blockages keeping you from joy. And as you sit here comfortably, begin to imagine this golden citrine pulling you in. Imagine this citrine growing bigger and bigger, fitting over you. It is safe. You're fine. And you feel the power of this pyramid above you, the healing presence of the divine light and the divine healing. Feel this gift. The vibration of yellow, the healing vibration, is resonating with every cell memory, eradicating any illness, dis-ease, discomfort, anything. You don't even have to identify it. Angels know, and it is being released. As you feel this yellow radiate and warm your body, just breathe. Just breathe and release. Breathe. And now it is your intention to welcome in love, joy, health, well-being, and love. You are dialing into the vibration filled with gratitude, the highest vibration connecting with the divine. And this yellow energy lifts your vibration. You know, you don't have to do anything. This is your divine right. And this is your time, for you are here right now. So as you sit here in this moment, imagine the yellow light from this citrine gently shifting in to white light as this citrine tower moves away off your body and back onto my armchair. Your body is filled with the divine white light, that divine healing, loving vibration of light, of love, of health. Allow this white light settle in, replacing every space, every cell memory, anywhere there is anything of a lower vibration. This white light is connected. You are aligning with the divine, and you are honoring and recognizing your immense value, for you are priceless. You are a goddess. You are made of stardust from the divine, created to shine. Allow this healing to be sealed in, knowing that at any point, at any time, you may return to this white, loving, and healing light. Now take all this energy, and if you would please place your hands on top of your heart, taking a cleansing breath in through your nose and exhaling with a sigh as you release into the comfort of your chair. And when you are ready, open your eyes, wiggling your hands and your toes. And if you're able to just relax for the rest of the evening, allow angels to continue to guide you. You may do automatic writing with them if you desire, but enjoy this time, for your vibration is resonating so high. You will have divine guidance. You will have divine inspiration, and you will be able to make the most of it. Know that you are loved, and know that you are a treasure. And I hope and pray you know what a beautiful light you have, and what an honor I feel it is for you to share your light with me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to have this time with you. Thank you. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you sometime very, very soon. Thank you, everyone.